You know, over 2 million people in the U.S. will be diagnosed with cancer this year. This is according to the American Cancer Society. About 18% of those new cases will be related to areas like nutrition, body weight, and physical activity. There are ways we can help prevent getting cancer through the foods that we eat. And Alison Meagher, senior registered dietitian from Scripps Cancer Center, is joining us now to discuss that and this free series of classes that are out there to help. So that's great to hear. Thanks for joining us, Alison.
Yes,
appreciate it.
happy to be here.
Let's talk about this healthy diet, how we can do something on our own to help prevent our cancer risk. There's so many easy ways that we can lower our chances, right?
Yeah, and there's a lot of things we can do to decrease our risk of cancer, and nutrition is one that we are in full control of. So the general goal is to eat what's called a plant-based diet or plant-forward diet.
Okay.
So making sure that we're getting a lot of whole plant foods.
Sure,
and if you choose to eat animal products, doing so in moderation.
Okay.
So there are
balance it out.
And there are some food groups we want to make sure that we focus on. So for example, fruits and vegetables.
Right.
Shocking.
Right. Okay. Are my kids listening to this at home? Everyone should be listening to this.
Right.
Part, yeah?
Our short answer is eat the rainbow. So every different fruit or vegetable or different color is signifying different nutrients in that food.
Interesting.
And
okay.
in particular, we want to make sure that we eat tomatoes, broccoli, berries, and then also grapes.
Okay.
And then a second category to make sure we include in the diet are whole grains. So choosing whole wheat bread more often than white bread, whole wheat pasta more often than white pasta, whole brown rice more often than a white rice. And really what you're noticing is the more whole that plant food is, the more nutrients we're going to be getting out of it.
So if you're sitting there and you're looking at the white bread or the wheat bread, pick the wheat because there's some benefits.
Yes, you'll get some extra nutritional benefits from that one.
Can you talk about the greens real quick? Let's go back to the greens. What kinds of greens? Because I feel like it's such a big umbrella.
All of them.
All of them, okay.
We call them cruciferous vegetables, so we really like the deeper, darker the green. So for example, an iceberg lettuce versus a romaine versus a spinach, you're going to get a lot more out of the spinach as far as your nutrient content.
All right, so if you do get cancer, unfortunately, there is some things you can do for your diet to help in your journey, right?
Absolutely. So if you do have a cancer diagnosis, the goal changes to more eating for the sake of treatment. That's what I tell my patients.
Yeah.
So making sure that we're getting enough nutrition in our bodies, because if we don't get enough nutrition, our body's going to take that good, strong, healthy muscle, break it down, and turn it into calories for you. So if we keep our body weight and our strength up, then we can actually improve our treatment tolerance, complete that treatment a lot easier, and then get back to healing and recovering and normal as soon as possible.
Okay, well, we talked a lot about diet, what we consume. Exercise, a big role in preventing, and then if you should be diagnosed.
Yes, so exercise is interesting. We call it exercise as medicine, just like food is medicine.
Right.
But with exercise, it actually decreases the risk of 7 different types of cancers and decreases the risk of a cancer recurrence if you had a diagnosis. So the general recommendations are to complete 150 to 300 minutes of aerobic exercise at moderate intensity. So getting your heart rate up a little bit. This could be walking, it could be swimming, cycling. And then we also want to incorporate about 2 days a week of some kind of resistance training. So making sure we're working the muscle and putting some resistance on that. So it could be a band, body weight, a normal dumbbell or a weight.
Sure.
And then also making sure that we get some balance and flexibility in there as well.
And that's no matter the age. That's the plan for kids all the way to seniors.
Not necessarily kids, but adults.
Okay, gotcha. Let's talk a little bit about this this class that you guys have. You guys have a cancer nutrition program that helps people out. Can you touch on that?
Yes, so we started the program in March of 2021, and we do offer free group classes that are open to the community and the public, so anybody is welcome to join. The next one is on the first Tuesday, happening on August 5th, and it's called Nutrition and Fitness Beyond Cancer Treatment. So it's going to be focused on prevention and then also decreasing risk of recurrence or a second primary cancer from occurring.
All the information right here on your screen for that. So that's a great free event. And then, of course, if you're with Scripps, there's a little more one-on-one, right?
Yes, then we can do a one-on-one. And for that free event, actually, it's virtual. So you do need a link in order to register. So you can do so by calling 1-800-SCRIPPS or look up scripps.org/events for more information.
Thank you so much for coming in, Alison. Appreciate your time.